from True North Homeschool Academy. Have you ever found yourself in a torrential downpour with no windshield wipers? That's what happened to me last year on our way to Great Homeschool Conventions in Texas. My family had been just east of Houston. We'd gone to the beach and stayed at this lovely Airbnb for a few days before we went to the GHC, and we had to make our way through Houston. Now, a couple pieces to the story that are important. We had purchased a car right before we left because of necessity. And it wasn't a new car, it was new to us, but it was a used car. Don't recommend buying a car you've never driven long periods of time in before you go on a long trip, because that's exactly what we did. Before we left, we asked them to do a couple minor repairs, including replacing the windshield wipers, which it looked like they had. Great, no problem. So we're on our way to the Great Homeschool Convention in Kalahari in Texas, which I hope to see you there this year too. And I had an early Thursday afternoon panel discussion with Jean Burke, which, by the way, we'll be doing it again this year. Super excited to hang out with Jean. She's one of my favorite people. And we had to go through Houston. So as we neared Houston, it started raining, and we thought, okay, no problem. Started raining a little bit harder, started really, really pouring. And I'm from South Dakota, where it doesn't really rain hard. In fact, we're always waiting for more rain. We're hoping for more rain. This was a Texas downpour, deluge, and you couldn't see out the windows, so my husband starts the windshield wipers. About 3 minutes into this crazy deluge, we're on the highway in Houston, traffic going very fast, even in the torrential downpour, and the windshield wiper on the driver's side flipped back on itself. So we couldn't use it because we were afraid it was going to scratch the window. But the visibility was so low that we couldn't really pull off or pull over very safely. So we followed the tail lights in front of us very, very slowly for several miles during this torrential downpour, hoping for some lights to guide us off the ramp to exit. And finally, on the west side of Houston, after several tense minutes of very low visibility on the driver's side, we were able to get off the highway. So we pull into a gas station. My husband's idea. Now, the weird thing about the windshield wiper is it flipped back, but it didn't fly off. And so he was going to go into a gas station and purchase some duct tape, because, you know, duct tape fixes all things. And if it's good enough for Apollo 11, right, it's good enough for us. And he notices an HVAC truck pulls up. And so he follows the HVAC guy, hoping to see if he has some duct tape, because he couldn't find any in the store. And the HVAC guy goes, yeah, I've got some, man, come out to the back of my truck. So he's out there and he's pulling off this little strip of duct tape. And the guy says, hey, you don't want to go towards Houston because it is bad there. The rain is just pouring down. It's almost zero visibility. And my husband said, yeah, we just drove through that. And the guy hands him the entire roll of duct tape and says, for whatever you need, right? And so my husband was able to duct tape the windshield wiper, and we were able to get to the convention on time, like literally minutes before our panel started, and had a great discussion with the folks at Great Homeschool Convention in Texas. Again, hope to see you there this year. But really, I think it's just such a fitting story for how we often feel about homeschooling. Like, we have a plan. We had a plan before we started out that morning. We had our route mapped. We knew we were going to get there in plenty of time, and it looked like fine sailing. The skies were beautiful. My husband's actually a weather watcher, and it didn't say there's going to be torrential downpour near Houston. Okay, so we thought we were in great shape. And that can be like what it feels like homeschooling is. We have a plan. We're starting out. Things are going really well, and then, whoa, you get hit with something crazy, like the curriculum is not working. Your kids, they are so far behind, or your kids are so far ahead, or you get hit with a medical emergency, or your kids get in a car accident, or you get a house fire. These are all things that have happened to us. Or you get pregnant again, praise God, right? But these are just things that happen in life. Just you get hit with one thing after another, like this torrential downpour, and you can't even see your way clear to get off of the highway, which is dangerous to drive on. And at some point, you're able to take a breath, get off the exit, find some help, and you don't just get a little strip of help, you get a whole roll of help. And I think that's a lot about how homeschooling often goes. And so if you just feel like we just got over the midwinter slump, right? It's this time of year, February is always so hard as you homeschool, right? It's just the slumped season of the homeschool year, and you just feel like, I hate the curriculum, I'm not sure I like my kids, I'm pretty sure they don't like me right now, the dog is vomiting on the carpet all the time, and I just can't see my way clear to finishing this year. Just give it a few weeks, the sun is going to shine, the geese are going to start flying, spring will be here, and all will be well. But listen, it feels like sometimes you're just going it all alone, and you don't have to. Reach out and find some help. Find the person with the roll of duct tape, and find the generous person who's willing to give you the roll. And that is one of the things I want to just talk to you about. Go to the Great Homeschool Conventions. We will be speaking in South Carolina, Missouri, Ohio, and Texas again. We've got 4 workshops. We've got how to homeschool how to homeschool middle school, credits, transcripts, and tests, oh my, for high school, from awkward homeschooler to successful adult, and then the panel with Jean Burke. You'll thank us later. That's a super fun panel. We'll talk for a few minutes about our experience, take questions from the audience, and it's always super interactive. And Jean and I have a lot in common, but we also have some differences, so hopefully we bring a lot of value to those who come to our workshops. But the other thing too, there are so many free resources. Of course, you can do free programs like Khan Academy, etc. I want to alert you to a couple free programs that we're doing right now. You can sign up for 15 minutes of free academic advising, 15 minutes of free academic advising with True North Homeschool Academy, and you can get a 2-year academic plan for free. And we need a little bit of information from you, what grade your students in, where if they're college-bound, entrepreneurship, or vocational, or military, and if you don't know, that's fine too. What are their hobbies and interests? Because we want to give you not just the academic plan, but we want to give you some resources and tools to just make a really robust homeschool life for your kids, and to build a robust transcript. So those are 2 free resources we offer. You can go to truenorthhomeschool.academy. It's on the front page of the website. Scroll down to the bottom and you'll see 2 buttons to click for both of those programs. The other thing, go to Great Homeschool Convention. Not free, but worth every penny, because you get to actually touch and feel the curriculum. Now, I just got to a point in my homeschool journey where I never purchased curriculum unless I could hold it and see it, or test it first if it was online, or I read a lot of reviews, because I knew what I wanted and I knew how I taught. I liked open and go curriculum. I worked for 12 of the 30 years that we homeschooled, so open and go became very important to me at different seasons of our homeschool life. I only worked with a couple vendors as a homeschooler after a certain point. My kids only did certain homeschool classes because I knew, by the way, it was True North. I knew the teachers, I knew the program, I knew that if there were issues, I could go to the teachers and we would resolve the issues. And so that is super important. Be a savvy consumer. Don't expect, if you take your kids out of mainstream education, expect that you're the advocate. Now, that doesn't mean you have to do all the education yourself or be the teacher for everything. It means that you need to just be the mentor and overseer. And listen, as my kids got older, they found things they wanted to do, or I would say, hey, go find this for yourself because I don't have the bandwidth for it. And they would come back and we'd talk about budget and resources and all those kind of things. And that is a great way to build resiliency in your kid, which, by the way, is going to be super important for them as they step into the future as successful adults. So anyway, if you're feeling just deluged, take heart. It's the end of February. Everything looks brighter in March in the homeschool world because February is just the winter doldrums, and they're going to be over soon. And then take use of some of the free resources available to you. Those 2 years of free academic advising, you don't have to be in high school to do it. It can be in middle school and even honestly elementary school. We've done academic advising for kids like really ages 4 through college age kids, even kids who have been into college and they're just like, I'm at a dead stop, this is not working, and I'm not really sure where to go next. We'd love to chat with you for sure there too. So if you have some great resources to share for others, please comment below, and if you're looking for specific resources, comment below and we'll try to answer them as best we can. And be sure to go to the Great Homeschool Convention. You can search for my workshops and save them to your page, and go check out the other great workshops. There's going to be some phenomenal speakers there and curriculum providers, and it's just such a fun they're always fun weekends because you just get to see people that you've met online, and it's just so much great talking and conversations. The other thing too, in South Carolina, we have a whole bunch of teachers coming. Dawn Pasley, Beth Purcell, Carrie Holland, Julia Jinks, Becky Lundgren, and I will be there. And then in Missouri, we'll have Dana Hanley and BJ Preman. Becky Lundgren and I will be there again. And Ohio, we have a bunch of people coming too. Anna Knob, Melissa Grande, Kristen Moon, Gina Steffi, I think is coming. I'll be there, and maybe a few other teachers. So if you want to come meet our teachers in person, come meet our teachers in person. It is so great to get to talk to them and really find out where their heart is. And you're going to love them even more in person than you will online, because we have the best team. I mean, we really truly have the best team. These are people who absolutely love and adore educating. They believe in the power and purpose of it. They love their students, and they're passionate, committed educators. So if you have a chance to come meet them at our booth, we'd love to say hi to you. Okay, guys, I hope you're doing great, even though it's the end of February. Let us know in the comments below what resources you use to get through the midwinter slumps and what you're looking for as far as resources. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.